Joining me here on the broadcast is Ravi Gosain, President, Indian Association of Tour Operators. A very warm welcome to you, Mr. Gosain, and Deepak Bhatnagar, Chief Executive Officer of the Tours Division at Minar Travels India Private Limited. Mr. Ravi Gosain, let me quickly come to you first and foremost, because in terms of both these countries and how the Indian tourism has helped both these countries, Baku, really impressive with its buildings, its architecture, and of course the Formula One, which is a mainstay of Azerbaijan now. And Turkey seems to be that place that connects the rest of the world. Nearly half of the world's connecting flights would definitely go across through Turkey, let alone their hair transplant industry, which is a big, big yes for the entire world. Indians collectively contributed to about 4,000 crore rupees to both of these countries in the last financial year. So, talking about Indian and Indian tourism soft power, have, travelers, are we finally seeing travelers being guided by national sentiment more than scenic beauty, which also is the need of the hour? What's your opinion on what you're seeing on the various P&L sheets that many of these big travel companies are now having to restructure?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. First of all, I would like to tell that India sends around 300,000 people to Turkey annually and 250,000 to Azerbaijan. I don't know if India boycott this, it will give a big dent to their incoming tourism. But yes, I think we as Indians should stand solidarity, show some solidarity with the nation, and nation comes first. This should be a message to the world, actually, not only these two countries who are supporting Pakistan, but in future that Indians will not take this very lightly, because there are 100 of other countries to be visited, and if any country is supporting any Pakistan against India, then we will not promote them at all. And there are hundred thousands of bloggers, Indian bloggers, who have promoted Azerbaijan in last 2 years. I think there should be a strong message to the world. I've got lots of calls from our members that they were very concerned about this, and everyone has the same voice that if travelers, if the Indian travelers are boycotting Turkey and Azerbaijan, why not the travel agents? Because there are many destinations which we can promote.
Absolutely right, and I think we should be shifting that focus to our allied countries. And domestically here in India, there are a lot of beautiful places to go and visit here as well. We saw the same with Maldives just a couple of months back. We're going to come to Maldives, but Mr. Bhatnagar, considering, and we're not saying that businessmen or entrepreneurs are devoid of having emotions, but let's face it, a businessman's main law is supply and demand. And is there a risk that travel companies and travel agencies are out to lose out commercially on some of that money, or are they banking on the goodwill that they're going to get by these actions? What's the long-term play here? I mean, help us get inside the mind of a travel agent, a person who's running a travel company.
So, thank you very much for being part of this. I don't think that the travel agent is going to lose a big chunk of revenue by not selling any particular destination A, B, C, D. We always believe that tourism is the ambassador of goodwill, peace, and love and friendship. Having said that, I think, as Ravi has mentioned, nation first. So we stand by with the nation. Whatever our government decide, whatever the everyone decide, we are fully support that. As a company, as a countryman, as an individual, or as in a part of the IATO, we fully support whatever the call we take as a country.
All right, all right. Mr. Gosain, let me come to you as well to understand the long-term implications. There are companies like Ease My Trip, Ixigo, I'm seeing Cox and Kings as well. They've suspended their bookings. Where are we headed? What's the long-term implication, according to you, for the travel market?
I think, if any destination goes off radar with all kind of these activities, it will take a lot of time for them to come back on the scenario, because when travel agents, tour operator, when they promote any destination, they make a proper planning. So at the moment, we need to see if our tourists, if you're sending any tourists to these countries, are they safe also? And first of all, like Deepak ji said, that it's more of a friendship and peace. If they are not our friends, if they are supporting our enemies, so friendship is not there. And peace, of course, we will travel when we have a mental peace as well. So I think there will be a long-term implication. People will be, for next couple of years, I think they will be they'll stop traveling to these countries. This is what
All
I
right.
believe, Fathom.
Mr. Bhatnagar, do you think this situation is comparable to what we saw in the Maldives earlier this year? How did that boycott, bring diplomatic
No, no,
engagement
yeah.
back on track as well? And whilst you're answering that question, help the viewers also understand now that Turkey, a major wedding destination, is off track. Baku, it's really close to us. People don't want to spend a lot of money but want to have that exotic flavor. They'll check out the architecture in Baku, in Azerbaijan. Now that both these places are off the radar, where is this entire traffic going to be diverted to?
So, Indians have a lot of choice today. More than 55, 60 countries allow Indian visitor to without any visa. So it's not that our tourism is going to get affected because of that. Two destinations are not available. So having said that, I think as you say, compared to Maldives, we see the people has a very limited remembrance. Now the Maldives has again picked up selling by the Indian tourist companies, and everybody who boycotted Maldives as a destination a few months back are selling back. So this is all in the heat of movement. We should respect the sentiments of the country, and we should follow, as I say, whatever we decide as a nation, we should respect that and follow that.
All right. Mr. Gosain, let me come to you. What are some of the top 5 places that you would like to tell the viewers right now that they could probably, plan on going? Because, summer is approaching, midsummer rains are here, at least in the northern part of the country. It rained heavily in Bengaluru as well. People want to go outside the country, even though we have beautiful places domestically. What are those top 5 places that you're getting booking calls for, or you're likely to suggest to these outbound travelers?
See, there are, if we compare places with Turkey and Azerbaijan, I think there are beautiful neighboring countries like Georgia, Armenia. They are equally beautiful. And also Serbia, I can say, even the southeastern part of Europe, where the weather is okay for summers, I think May and June. So I think there are lots of choices of people, and even if you think about the visa conditions are not that difficult as compared to the Schengen countries in
So
North
Georgia,
Europe.
Armenia, certainly some of those options that you can look at. Mr. Bhatnagar, my final question to you. We asked you about the Maldives example, how we brought that diplomatic engagement exactly back on track. What is the learning lesson from Maldives that Turkey and Azerbaijan can pick up on?
I am sure, they all will fall in line. It is a matter of time. So we
That's the
don't know
power of Indian tourism now. That's the power
yeah,
of Indian
what I'm
tourism.
saying, it's not only a tourism, it's a power of India as a country today. I
Absolutely.
think we would all understand sooner or later what they did may not be a right choice. And I am sure the corrective measure will be taken by both of them. And it will be good for everyone, all of us.
All right.
Not only as a tourist company, but as a general citizen of the country. I think it is very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what I understand is that it's not going to hurt the travel agencies or the travel aggregators, very much. This is the time to stand in solidarity with what your country's stance is. And, friends and peace, that's a good point that you put out, both of you gentlemen over here. I think we're going to leave it here. Let's see what the coming week has in store for us and in store for Baku and, of course, Istanbul as well.